Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the Chicago Tigers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Chicago Tigers. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off.
We have a red zone update. This defense stacked up here with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. Incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now Rosen. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And now another one thrown incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's 2nd down, and the defense needing to step up.
All right, here we go.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best.
They'll try to run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. So here's the situation upcoming. 2nd quarter, 3rd down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. Now Wentz. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they will. Now Wentz. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Carson Wentz, a 3-yard touchdown run. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned...
So this offense, they've made their way into the red zone now. They've got it a couple yards inside the 20 at the 18, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are able to... So it's 3rd down, ball inside the red zone, and this defense looking to get the stop they need.
Set. Green, 39.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. He's going to take a shot for the ends. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Pass interference. Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
First down.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Wentz now on 1st down. Being chased out left. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
All right, here we go.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic,
All right,
and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Now Rosen looking to throw, and that's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now on 4th down on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Dallas Goedert, 60 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Again, it's Wentz. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the 4th. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with it. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now it's Rosen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's Rosen. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. This is taken around the 12. And now running right through it. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining. And the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Wins to throw on 2nd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wentz now on 1st down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. They shakes him off. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing his Wentz. This will be caught about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Wentz again. Steps away to his left. And a touchdown here as we near the end of this ball game. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, He's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Back to throw. Wentz. And this is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here comes Josh Rosen and the Cardinals offense back onto the field. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
It's very strange, isn't it?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Derek Barnett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Let's go. Blue, Landon.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So that one hurt. No timeouts left. Look at where the ball is on the field, Charles. I don't know if the fat lady's singing yet, but she's starting to hum a little bit, isn't she?
You think she's doing scales at this point? I don't think there's any doubt about it, but they had to go for it. In this situation, with their timeout situation as well, they had to take the chance, try and get it done. They didn't. Now they're powerless to stop them, essentially.
They need a big play somehow from their defense. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Hang in there now.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Great.
Wentz to throw. The quick slant caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Dallas Goedert with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock gets all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Lambo to add on the extra point. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
One final shot here for Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition of the NFC Championship game on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Chicago Tigers. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Washington Redskins and the Chicago Tigers. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship.
Still nothing here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. From midfield, here's Allen. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Well, the defense did their job. They didn't allow any points on the opening drive. Now second drive of the game, first for this offense. And what can they do with their go-around? On first down, Wentz dancing to his left. Forced out to his left. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab at the back. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, it's Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jordan Hicks in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Wentz going to throw. And some space here. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Buying time to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Wentz. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far, brings up 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now Wentz. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Dallas Goedert from 8 yards out. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team.
A red zone situation forthcoming as this defense will need to step up here. 1st and 10, ball at the 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Nigel Bradham able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really...
Just above 1 minute remaining here in the 2nd quarter. This offense looking to get down at least into field goal range, but they're starting on their own side of the field. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw is Wentz. Fights him off. And an alley to run. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
And if you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle it and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory.
This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the 4th quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on 4th.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now Allen, gotta have this one. Complete. Richardson has it. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, 79 yards. And the Redskins have made this a 1-score game. So it was 4th down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score. Tight game here, but this offense does have the lead. Decent amount of time on the clock, and the defense has all 3 timeouts. So can the offense manage things and milk this clock away? It's time to find out. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jay Gruden's guys on it. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Here we go. Blue line. Blue line.
Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
They'll look to throw. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Being chased out left. And he's taken down inside the 30. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Lambeau on for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare him
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7th. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Allen. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
One final shot. They'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
One final try here for Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Danny Trevathan, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Tigers. Kickoff now just moments away. It is finally time to crown a champion, as I'll hand it over to the two men who will call the action, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
And we drop you in here under the lights. First drive of the contest. On 1st and 10, Smith. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st down, Smith steps away to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, there he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago! With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
We have a red zone update. This defense stacked up here with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection?
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been...
Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the defense says they have it. Yes, they... Just inside of 2 minutes for this offense. 2nd quarter. They've got the football, but on their own side of the field. Smith on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And a gain there of 11 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sherman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Now it's Smith. He'll rifle this one deep right, and this will be caught at the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. Smith throwing again. Dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Alex Smith, as the first half is winding down. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up any. So the situation, it's third down in the third quarter, and this defense just trying to get the ball back to their offense to get back in this contest. Throwing on third down, Smith fighting to stay upright. Now he'll escape to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's blocked. Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. Here's Smith to throw on third down. Forced out to his left. Only able to get back. On fourth down, Smith buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Kind of a tough spot here for the offense. It's 3rd and 4. Now the ball is in the red zone, but they're facing a third down. A 3rd and 4 situation coming up inside the red zone as this defense looks to halt the drive right here. From the gun on third down, Smith firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. As his guys are in for 6, and his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew that.
It's a 2-score game in the fourth quarter. Onside kick coming up, and the kicking team desperately needs a football. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. Smith now from the gun on third down, being chased out left. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
And they are the the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
are now on the clock. The Chicago Tigers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Chicago Tigers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Chicago Tigers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Chicago Tigers are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. Chicago Tigers are now on the clock. Jets are now on the clock. The Chicago Tigers are now on the clock.
Hold on now. This pick is trading teams.
The Chicago Tigers are now on the clock. wait, looks like both war rooms are feverishly back on the phones. I think that means a trade is coming. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Chicago Tigers are now on the clock. Rams are now on the clock. The Chicago Tigers are now on the clock. Jets are now on the clock. The Chicago Tigers are now on the clock.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Chicago Tigers. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Tigers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, Week 1 of the season as we drop you into the first drive of this ball game and get our first look at this offense. Now a first down throw for Newton. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, Newton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now it's Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. He may try and run for this. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And an alley to run. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And they'll go to the ground attack here. Gets around him. And now running right through him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, it's Banks. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Throwing is Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They're turned away on 4th. Let's see what this defense can do here. Ball at the 18-yard line in the red zone. Remain in a scoreless first half. Let's see what this defense can do here. Ball at the 18-yard line in the red zone. Prescott on first down. His throw incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup. Well, this offense has struggled. They have not scored yet. They trail, but a chance here late in the second quarter to try to get some points on the board. They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Newton now to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They will go for it. Now Newton. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. They can't tackle him. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Still fighting. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on fourth down, sometimes you're actually just praying. And
he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Cam Newton, a 9-yard touchdown run. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here
we have a red zone situation brewing. This defense on their heels a little bit as they get set to defend a 1st and 10 with the ball at the 16. From the red zone now, Prescott. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at... Keeping this offense out of the end zone has to be considered a must here, as this defense can ill afford to go 2 scores down here in the second half. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Prescott. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. The key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense. 4th quarter, close game. 3rd down, here we go. Newton on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to have a 1st down here. From the red zone now, Newton. Guys, man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Dallas Goedert from 17 yards out. And his guys are just an extra point away now from taking the lead in this game. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch. The margin for error for this defense is slim because a field goal would change the complexion of this game. Can they get the stop they need? Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're up by 1. They have the football. The key here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. You know, all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in everything that you do. No let up, no crazy plays, and they can go home with a victory.
Let's see here if they can do all those things and hang on to this victory. Throwing here, Newton. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And Hill running right through it. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Now it's Newton. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Newton. And he's got some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now Newton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now they'll run on the ball. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And no, it's incomplete. Jay Gruden's guys unable to... And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Love. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And they'll stop it with 4 seconds showing on the clock. And it's incomplete, and now just 3 seconds left. Look at the clock. Time for one more shot. One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperate... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year, And you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the home team here, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they